Grand Rising. I'm seeing some stories coming up talking about some of the Hebrew Israelites and some issues that they've gotten themselves into, and something with Guerrilla Hebrew stepping down. And to me, a lot of these things that are happening right now is just the other nations. They know the situation that they're in. They know that the people that they put up as obstacles for us to get back to the Holy Spirit, to be able to read other books, to be able to keep that disconnect from the Most High, that those people are pretty much useless at this point because we have returned to the Most High. We return to the Holy Spirit. We learn to study to show ourselves approved. Every single person has the responsibility to study for themselves. We're in the age of Aquarius. Pluto moved back into Aquarius, and it's the time of a revealing, right? And but everyone has their opportunity, and everyone has the responsibility to study to show thyself approved. It is not a time for us to be dependent upon one person to give us all the information, all the understanding. That was the last age before when the Catholic Church and the Constantine Christians, when they did not want you to read, did not want you to study, and wanted you to depend upon the churches. And we moved into this new stage, and they wanted to continue with that. That's the only way that they know how to control the masses, is by having someone be the leader, be the head, and tell everybody what to do and what to believe and everything else. For years, I've been telling people, read for yourself, study for yourself. Do not trust other people because the Most High has told us that everyone has a body, has a spirit, and has a soul. And I'm going to show you a couple things right now because but the vast majority of people's soul has not been activated. So therefore, if they haven't activated, then they are dependent upon someone else to teach them. That's why so many people are coming to this channel and channels like these and getting information and then taking it back to their channels and just trying to regurgitate the information with a lack of understanding. They're still not trying to admit who Israel is. They're still not trying to admit who these lands belong to, right? Because they can copy our information and they can just say it, but they can't say it with their chests. They can't say it like they really understand it, because they don't. They just are getting this superficial understanding. But the spirit, they have to have the spirit that has to be able to give them true understanding, the Holy Spirit. Now let me show you a little something. I'm going to look in here really quick. Philosophy of natural magic. Of course, they use magic to keep people scared to read, to study, and things like that. But this is going to show you about like how the vast majority of the world. We know about Psalms 83. We know that there's a lot of blasters. So that's why it's not all about skin color. That have made they went ahead and made the covenant with the other nations, right? So that's why there's going to be a lot of people getting exposed here at the end. I said because a lot of these people are Catholic Hebrews, like I said before. They still follow the ways of the Catholic Church. They still follow the breakdown of the Catholic Church, which is, Jacob's trouble's coming in the future. The lands over there are our lands over there in the so-called Middle East. These lands over here are not our lands. All those are all still remnants of Catholic and Spaniards breakdowns of things. Now, if you look right here, and here at the bottom, I have an underline, it says, so neither is the soul united to the body, but by the Spirit, nor the understanding to the Spirit, but by the soul. So we see that when nature hath framed the body of an infant by this very preparative, she presently fetcheth its spirit from the universe. Now, this shows you right here, like you can have a spirit, you can have a body, but understanding comes from the soul, right? The intellect comes from the soul. So if you see people who do not have an understanding, do not have the intellect, do not have the understanding, is because their soul was never animated and was never able to get this knowledge and understanding, right? And the vast majority of people don't have that kind of a soul, so therefore they are, beholden to continue to follow Catholic doctrine, and they cannot deviate. And you can see people who cannot deviate, okay? But see, those people right now are outliving their welcome or their usefulness for the Catholic Church. So now they're going to use them to try to crack the foundation of this truth, or crack the foundation of us being the Most High's chosen people. Okay, but if you haven't been growing, then are you really part of this awakening? If you are pretty much stuck with the same precepts that you've always had, are you really part of this awakening, or are you just pretty much set up to continue to hold our people down and keep them from studying? But let's expand on this a little bit more. There's right here the Hermetic and alchemical writings right here of Paracelsus the Great, all right, from volume number 2. If you look right here in the middle, each one on earth has his special predestined gift. Everyone has a predestined gift, right? And it is lawful for him to work therewith. The gift and the light of nature has regard to the neighbor. But besides this, there are the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Okay? That is to say, prophetic and apostolic. Now, the Holy Spirit is going to give us prophetic and apostolic. We're going to be part of the this religion, or the, of the Holy Spirit, of the Most High. Things of the Most High, this understanding of the Most High. But these are the gifts that are given by the Holy Spirit. It says, those who hunger after the goods of their neighbor possess not the divine gift, and those who speak hypocrisy have not the gifts of the Holy Spirit. So people who are trying to gain, are pretty much coveting other people's lands, coveting other people's resources, coveting other people's identities. Those are people who do not have the gifts of the Holy Spirit. So you said again, those who hunger after the goods of their neighbor possess not the divine gift, and those who speak hypocrisy have not the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Remember on my YouTube video a couple of videos ago, I showed you guys how the Catholic Church and these Psalms 83 have pretty much broken every single commandment of the 10 commandments in order to be able to steal our lands, steal our identity, and everything else. They had to break pretty much every single commandment, lusting after our things, lusting after our lands, coveting everything that we have. That just shows you that they do not have the Holy Spirit. And if they don't have the Holy Spirit, then that means that they cannot get knowledge and understanding. They cannot grow. They cannot, look at information and make changes. They are stuck just, whatever they've been given, that's all they got, So now that we've grown and we've outgrown these other nations, and we've outgrown like their religious institutions and things like that, I said now is the time for them to pretty much destroy the Blasphemers in order to try to destroy the foundation of our people. They did it with the singers, with R. Kelly, P. Diddy. Like, they're the only people who've been doing crazy stuff. Like, they're the only ones that have been doing, illegal things, right? But other people from other nations do exactly the same thing. They never even get exposed whatsoever, right? So they've been, trying to expose our people. If there's something bad happening, they always try to put our people as the forefront. Okay, so now you go to the Israelite awakening, right? So they're doing exactly the same thing. Someone's like, if they talk about Sakari, they're talking about Guerrilla Hebrew, and they talk about the things that he, might have been, accused of doing or whatever else, and or he even admitted that he did. But they put him out as, oh, I don't want to hear anything about you Hebrews always talking about white people or the churches, because you guys are just as hypocritical. Really? No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Have we been on the same par as these other nations? Have we gone worldwide and taken the Bible and used it to rape, rob, murder, and steal from everyone? Have we used it to steal other people's identity? Have we used it to make a false history, to pretty much make our people, chattel slavery, to make us possessions, and then for hundreds of years lie to us about who we are, telling us that we're African American, we're covered, we're 3/5 of a man. I mean, you cannot compare whatever this one person did to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of the things that you are guilty of. Okay, so again, you're trying to put our people out there on Front Street as if we are the worst of the worst. All the while, I said, your churches have been lying about who we are. They have justified us being part of, being used as chattel slavery. They justified us being 3/5 of a man. They justified our women being raped all the time, our men being raped, our children being raped, because they went ahead and said that we were not even human. But you're going to look at one person's downfall, and you're going to equate it, make it the equivalency of what the churches have been doing. I said that exactly is the thing which you guys have been doing for such a very long time, and it's not going to work. And now we have come to the end of your reign. Shalom.